Thank you for joining me. Hello, good morning. Today is Takeaway Tuesday, and my name is Tina Kavergich. I am Northern Stamper. I am located just east of Toronto in Ontario, Canada. If you're located anywhere in Canada, you can join in, you can order with me, you can join a class, no problem. Those that are outside of Canada, that's okay. You can still watch and join along. I wanted to thank those that joined me last week on, I believe it was Friday, for Dice Challenge Night. That was so much fun. I had a great time, and definitely check the calendar and events. We will be doing another one in a few months. So that is a lot of fun. That's actually one of my favorite activities that I do. So thank you very much. And you're wondering, what about these ears? Oh my goodness, so much is going on. First of all, let me tell you, run to the clearance section, and there are things that have just populated today, but you got to grab them right away because they sell out like nothing. Like you would not believe, they sell out so quickly. Anyways, so run to the clearance section, check out, see what you want on there, and order it right away. Don't wait. I have my eyes on some packaging there that looks fantastic. Great for Christmas, I think that's going to be. Now, if you have any questions, drop me an email at northernstamper.com. So you're wondering about the ears. I am so excited. This weekend is my first ever girls weekend, guys weekend, whatever, crafting event in St. Jacobs. It is finally here. I can't believe it. 120 days ago, me and the Pampered Stamper got together and on our Norway trip, just kind of put it out there and started just chatting about getting together and doing a stamp camp. And guess what? It's here. I can't believe it. I am so excited. Comment below or give me a heart if you are coming to the stamp camp. If you are not coming, that is okay. You know why? Because I have 2 more stamp camps coming up. One in January. The date and location is currently being worked on. I have the second one in April. You don't want to miss. It is located in Oshawa, and it is going to be at Club Lorelei in Oshawa. And what's special about the one in April, it is all about techniques. So we are going to be filled with techniques. You want to learn a technique? Come to the stamp camp. It is all about techniques. We've got a whole whack full of talented demonstrators coming to show off different techniques. It is going to be absolutely fantastic. Okay, so the one in January, if you want to join, comment below or send me an email, northernstamper@gmail.com. It is going to be fantastic. I'm debating whether in-house or at the German club again in Oshawa. Just working on that, and that one is going to be called Celebrate with Celebration, because why not? Anyway, so these ears are for this weekend, and the theme is going to be polar bears and bears and the forest and stuff like that. So if you checked in the mini catalog, you know what I am talking about. Check out page 22 of the mini catalog. And you're wondering, why the heck am I kind of like wobbling here? I got to show you what happened. This week has not been too good. My dishwasher overflowed. I put apparently, you know what happens when you put dishwashing liquid in a dishwasher? Yeah, it's like a really bad episode of the Brady Bunch, okay? It just went like everywhere. So I had that, and then a couple of other things happened. I just, all at once. Oh, yes, my laptop broke. I had a brand new laptop my husband bought me, and I stuck it on a chocolate bar, and you know what happens when you put a hot laptop on top of a chocolate bar? Yeah, that's not a very pretty sight either. Anyways, during a class yesterday, or was it Monday or Sunday? One day, Carol will laugh at me because, you know what, we're doing the class, and my chair decided it wanted to take a little nap. So I ended up on the floor, on the chair. Oh my God, it was hilarious. It just kind of went around on me. So anyways, that's kind of why I'm just kind of a little wobbly and walking around. Now, I wanted to give you a quick little view of the items getting packed up for Stamp Camp. So all these boxes are all my stamps for sale at Stamp Camp. So I think there's about 8 or 9, or maybe there's 10 other, maybe there's more, I don't know. So there's the boxes for sale for Stamp Camp. There are all the goodies. They're filled and ready to roll, the little goodie baskets. I'm very excited, and I'm just finishing up the tutorials and stuff like that. It's going to be a super fun weekend. I am just so excited, So give me a heart if you're coming, and let's get going. So today is all about, let's see if I can put this down without killing anybody. Woohoo! Right, don't move. Circle sayings. We are working with circle sayings today. There we go, and there's the punch. Okay, if you've been following me, you know I've been working with this for the last 5 months. 5 months with this stamp set. Okay, how many stamp sets do you have that can get that much roadworthy? I gotta tell you, like, I think I worked this thing, like, I'm surprised there's any stamp left. So, loving this stamp set. Circle sayings, you know what? I am turning into a big believer that when you find a stamp set, you can make the most of it that you have. Now, I've purchased a few items from the mini catalog, so I want to show them to you. So the mini catalog, these are the ones that I have. Cheers to the season. Okay, this is what we're going to do in December Takeaway Tuesday. Get this one. I am going to start working on all the things that we can make on that starting next week. About that. So cheers to the season. What else have we got? I've got the bundle for Magic Meadows. Like, this is absolutely gorgeous. And if you've seen the paper, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. One of the other great ones is More Wishes. Now, it's large and it has a lot of sayings and stuff like that, but it matches Biggest Wishes. I know these are backwards, but, you know, just bear with me. These are really great sentiments and stuff like that. The last one I have is Joy to You. So I am doing classes on this. This is a fantastic set. Great for the inside of the card. So you want to, like, check out some of those. You know what? I just love, oh boy, everything's, okay. All right, everything's tossing over on me. Okay, I love everything in this catalog. Okay, I am the type, I would buy everything in this. Like, I'm in love with everything. They knocked it out of the park with this catalog, I gotta tell you. But choose certain items that that you think you could use. I did an article on my blog, so you might want to check that out, okay? To help you choose and buy wisely. I am all about buying wisely, okay? So anyways, you're not here to hear me go on, but let's get making that card, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you up on the camera mount. So you take about maybe 20 seconds and look away, because this is going to be moved off this and onto the camera mount. So let's see if we can do this, okay, without, like, killing anybody. All right, let's see. Where's the button? Where's the button? Okay, where's the button? There's the button. There's my craft room looking like a total disaster area. Give me a thumbs up if your craft room looks like a total disaster area too. Oh my goodness. All right, look, we did it. And nobody got hurt. Look, my name is Tina Kvergich. And if you don't, you know what? Don't worry about that. Northern Stamper. If you need to reach me, northernstamper@gmail.com. Okay, that's the best way to reach me, or comment below, or send me a private message. Circle sayings is what we are making today. Now, you may be wondering what items you need to have. First of all, let's get us some Flirty Flamingo ink. We need to get some ink, so let's get some Flirty Flamingo, because that matches the paper we are using today. Another item is I'm using the embossing folder, the 3D embossing folder, and you get 3 in there. It's $41. But you know what? These are fantastic. So there's one that's like kind of like a subtle hash motif. There's one with stars or flowers that we're going to be using today. And this one here is with polka dots. And you may be wondering what, you know, like, I don't like polka dots, but I'm telling you, they are awesome for birthday cards, okay? So check that out. So we got those items ready. And, oh, I gotta show you some stuff. Okay, all right. I always pack everything in these little cases so I don't lose anything. Every week it's all packed up. So these are fantastic for like prepping or, you know, embellishments and stuff like that. I just love it. So one of the ideas I had with the circle sayings, I was kind of kicking around, and this was a mock-up of one that I was thinking of making. And I wanted to use this lemon lime paper. I thought it was really cool, but we ended up going with something else. So I stamped some of the sentiment on there, punched out a circle. Like, it turned out really cool, but, you know, it's not one that we ended up going with. But I thought it was really cool, the design itself. So I'm going to be keeping this card, and again, placing it in my, I always have a file of template cards. So you may see this in a year or two up again. I just, you know, love it. So again, it goes into my little case for keeping. All right, and I'll add more cards into this. And I really like that card. Give me a comment below what you thought of my lemon lime card. You know, I thought it was cute. Okay, let's get started. So let's get up there, make sure everybody can see. All right, so this is, we have our Flirty Flamingo card base. You make sure you got your Flirty Flamingo card base. Just fold it in half. That's all you need to do. Fold it in half. Voila, just like that. Okay, got that. I'm going to put that off to the side. Whoop. Make sure I got everything here. Okay, there is a piece of scrap white. Now, the only reason it is in there, it is to use for this circle we're going to be stamping on and punching it out. So you need a piece of scrap white. Make sure you have that, okay? Now, there's a couple of pieces of ribbon. I just grabbed any ribbon that I could find that I thought would match. I grabbed those two, but you know what? Look, I got a whole pile. Like, what else have we got in here? Hey, look, we could do that sparkly blue, black, whatever. Let's just pull out a bunch and see what we can go with. So grab some ribbon. Somehow I don't think this red ribbon would match, but you never know. Oh, look at that. Calypso coral. This is in the new mini catalog. This is a calypso coral, kind of like thick twine type of deal. That'll work really well. So let's get that. We have our ribbon over there. What you also need is 3 pieces of cardstock in a color combination that matches Flirty Flamingo. Totally up to you. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to put them in the embossing folder. So this is the one from the 3D embossing folder. Okay, I'm using this one here. And I don't know if you could tell. See, little, like, they're little stars. Maybe they could be flowers. They could be starfish. I don't know. You know, comment below what you think they are. You're going to run this through your Stamp Emboss machine. Okay, and look what it's going to turn out like. Like, ready? Voila! Look at those. So it's going to turn out like that. Like, I love embossing, okay? My friend Maria, she loves embossing folders, and I am slowly coming around to her thinking, and I like embossing everything now. So I'm a big embosser, so I've changed from, you know, I used to just love only blends and DSP. Well, guess what? Now it's moving on to embossing folders. So now I have 3 favorite items from the catalog. Embossing folders, blends, which you also need. Look, they're my beautiful blends. These are all the in colors. And I picked up this package, this container from the dollar store. Now, when you look at the dollar store, you have to go into not the craft aisle, right? You got to go into the hardware aisle and look for something like this. And I have this all in here. And this fits all of the new in colors. So I carry this around, and it just to kind of carry it because I like it how it closes and snaps shut. Okay. So I'm going to pick up more of these for all its color itself. Like maybe I'll have one for all greens and one for all blues. Hey, that's a really great idea. I have to go out anyway. So grab this from the dollar store, okay? So you need to get that. So we are going to be using blends today. Again, one of my favorite items, one of the 3, okay? All right, give me a thumbs up if you are ready to get going on this card. Okay. let's get started. I'm going to put these off to the side so you have them embossed. 3 different colors. I just choose 3 different colors and put them off to the side, okay? What we're going to do is we are going to stamp on this card base itself with Flirty Flamingo. And what we're going to take, when you look at the stamp set, you see this little, I don't know, looks like a sunrise. I guess if you put it that way, it's a sunrise. Or little, looks like an eyelash. I don't know. If you put it this way, it looks like a headlight, you know, beam of light. Guess it's all perspective. We're going to take that. And what we're going to do is we are going to ink up. Whoops, my goodness, see, I've used it so much that it's fallen off the block. Now it's fallen off the block because it has dust and cat hair on it. All I'm doing is taking my Stampin' Scrub, a little bit of mist. I love my Stampin' Scrub. I'm going to just clean it up a bit just to make it sticky again. Or what you could always do is take them to the sink and gently wash them with soap and water. But I like the Stampin' Scrub because, you know what, with my luck nowadays, it'd probably end up down the sink or probably in the toilet. I'm not sure. So I'm going to put that on my block and I'm going to ink it up. Now, remember, pat and turn. Don't like mush and squish. All right. Okay. And we're going to stamp all the way across on this card. So I'm going to start there. 1. And I'm going to go across in a line. Oh, I'm going to line as best as I can. Okay. Now remember, stamp straight up and down. You don't want to rock and roll. Okay. Rock and roll is for the dance floor. And we don't want to do that. So I'm just going to keep going all the way across. Oh, in a line as best as I can. Now, I'm going to stamp off, but if I do that, it's going to end up on my mat. So, let's just grab a scrap piece of paper and tuck that underneath. Okay? Just grab that out of the garbage can. And I'm going to stamp off on the edge. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to keep doing that all the way down the card. Okay? This is what we want to do. We want to fill the card with these little rays. Okay. All the way across. Okay, let's go. And you'll notice that I'm trying to, wherever it V shapes, that's where the next row is going in. So that's one of the tricks that I'm trying to keep with. Okay. So you'll see there's in between. Ooh, can you see? In between, I'm going to go in between. And all the way across. Oh, that one's didn't come out, but that's okay. I have a piece of cardstock going across that. Let's stamp that. And let's finish up the very bottom. So even though it's at the very bottom, it does look kind of pretty when it's done. There we go. So we have it all completely all stamped now. So there we go. Going to put that off to the side. We want to continue with stamping. So what we are going to do is we are going to get our Memento black ink, which seems to have run away. And we are going to use the following stamps. We're going to be using this one with the sunrise over the wave. Well, I want to use that. Plus, I want to use Thinking of You. Those are the 2 we're going to use on here. Now, what I'm going to do, you can stamp and then punch. But because I want to add the sentiment around it, I'm going to punch that out after. So first, I'm going to put my waves in. So I'm going to just get my Memento black. Make sure, and then I can look and see it's completely filled, just in case. I don't know, go back just in case. And I'm going to stamp this on this scrap piece of paper. Okay, there we go. Now, this mat acts as a bit of a cushion But if you are stamping on a hard surface, make sure that you have your Pearson mat, okay? Because it gives a little bit of cushion, you see there, to the stamp. So it doesn't have that red rubber with the cushion on it. Imagine, you gotta imagine these stamps are like, they're kind of like your butt. So this stamp has no meat on its butt. So this is the meat for your butt. Now the red ones, they've got enough meat on their butt to stamp. So this one just needs a little bit of help. So you want a little bit of meat underneath to absorb that cushion in just a little bit. Just kind of like just a little tip. Now I'm not going to stamp the sentiment yet because I'm just going to punch it out. I want to make sure that I can get that sentiment in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it in, and I know the sentiment is going to go around the top. So I'm going to try and tuck it down as close to the bottom and the right as possible. See, I got it right, almost right around the rim. Okay. Oh, Joan's laughing at me about the meat on the butt. Sorry. It's the only thing that I could think of that would make sense. So I have a bit of room on the top for the sentiment, and I'm going to punch that out. Okay. Always keep the scrap. I can use that for another sentiment somewhere else. See, now I got the space around the edge there, right? Okay. Again, I'm going to ink up my sentiment. Give it another good ink just in case. And I'm going to put it around on that circle part, kind of on an angle. So thinking of you, so it's on an angle. Now this came out a little bit thick. I know you can't tell, but it's a little thick. It's because I pressed really hard by accident. Instead of stamping straight up and down, I pressed really hard on that portion of the stamp. So the rest came out great, but I was a little heavy-handed on this part. But it's still okay. You know what? I don't think anybody will notice. Hopefully they don't. And, okay, what we're going to do now is we are going to color in our waves and our sun. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, a couple of different colors. So this is dark lemon. I'm using Lemon Lolly. And I'm going to pick up another color for that sunrise. And let's go with, because I'm using in colors, let's see what we got here. Wild Wheat. You know what? I'm telling you, Wild Wheat is absolutely fantastic. Now, if you happen to have, that's Dark Moody Mauve. If you happen to have, what is it called? Flirty Flamingo, add that in. It's going to look really great. So all I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use a little bit of light Moody Mauve, and I'm just going to do just a little bit. So there's just a couple of lines, not too many. Okay. So I'm going to just go around on that sunbeam there. I'm going to add a little bit of Wild Wheat, right? Kind of add it in a bit because it's going to be a little darker. Okay. We're just going to add that in. You'll notice that I'm not coloring it, but I'm going to take the Lemon Lolly and I'm going to, again, finish it out with the Lemon Lolly. Okay. Now these colors will all kind of help give it some depth and some design there. So let's just kind of color those in. And because they're blends, they will kind of blend the colors in. So those will not have the harsh lines. Okay. We don't want to have those harsh lines on there. You want to work, I always tell you, a little bit at a time. Don't color all in one color, because when you go to blend, the ink or the alcohol in the ink will have dried up a bit. So there we go. We have a little bit of the colors in there. So it's just a little bit. You can always add a little bit more if you want. Okay. So give that as a tip. I'm going to color in the rising sun there. And I'm using the brush end. because it's a larger area. I just want to kind of, just goes a little quicker. So I'm going to use the brush end. Okay. And let's tidy it up with some blue for the waves. So I've got some blues. And I'm going to bring in a little bit of green. So look at all the blues they got. Holy cow. I'm going to start with the darkest color, and this is actually Lost Lagoon. And I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to do a little bit of where I think the shade on the waves would be. Again, not too much. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to take another color. I'm taking light balmy blue, and let's kind of color it in. Again, running over those edges. Okay, to blend them in. Now you want to work so that they blend in. Remember, a little bit at a time. Okay, that's coloring coming in. And there is light boho blue. Let's add a little bit of that. Okay. Just add that all in so it looks like some waves are happening there. Okay. And what I'm going to do is actually going to go back over with some of the balmy blue just to blend it in a little bit. Okay. So I'm just touching it on the edges just to blend it. Okay. There we go. And let's finish up the little wave. Get some balmy blue in there. Make sure when you're closing your Stampin' Blends that you hear that click. You always want to hear that click. Okay, again, back. Oh, look, it's coming in. Oh my gosh, that is turning out really nice. That really looks like waves. Okay. That's turning out really good. Okay, wow. That turned out better than I thought it would. Surprise, surprise. That's the great thing about creating. You never know what you're going to end up with. Oh, it looks so lovely. Okay, we have that. Where's our card? There's our card. Now, that looks kind of plain, which, you know what? You could still get away, add some ribbon behind that, but let's step it up a little bit more. We want to add a little bit. Now, remember we embossed those 3 pieces of cardstock? We are going to add them in. So, let's work. Now, when you look at here's a tip. When you look at the cardstock, you'll see one side is raised and one is not. You may wonder, how can you tell the difference when you put it in? See that little emblem? The little emblem here tells me that it is coming up. So that image will come up, and that's what I want to see. See, it's up, and there it's down. So let's add a little bit of adhesive. Okay, and I'm going to lay that on the first part of the card. There we go. That's the first layer. I'm going to add another one. Okay, and I'm going to overlap this just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Okay, overlapping. And the final one, again, make sure you put the right way. And the final one, just overlapping a little bit. There we go. So we got them all on there. Okay, looking good. Just going to let that sit for a minute because that is the liquid glue. You know, sometimes to hold down the pieces that I put on liquid glue, I'll put a block on just to hold it down. Just, you know, give it like 30 seconds. What I'm going to do in the meantime with those blocks sitting on there, I'm going to add my ribbon. Like, look at all the different ribbon I had. I could use, hey, this is the blue sparkly ribbon from page 22 from the polar bears. You know what? Maybe we can add that. Let's see what we got there. Oh, I kind of like that. And we got to add that Calypso coral. So let's go a little bit here. Let's see what we can do. So you can mix and match your ribbons. Who says it has to be all the same? Can we do this? Nah, that one doesn't quite fit. How about this one? No, that's a kind of... Do I have another yellow? You know what? Just always look through your... Hey, look! Look, there's like a little end of yellow. We will use a little bit of yellow. Can we use this one? Oh, shall we do the sparkly or should we do that one? Oh, I don't know. It's a tough choice. Tough choice. I think I'll go with those three. Sparkly doesn't quite sit in. All right. We've got decided which pieces of ribbon we're going to use. I am going to just tape them on the back. Okay, so this is you can tell it's an end of the roll because it's got a little bit of that tape. So let's see if we can carefully take that tape off. We can still use it. Gives us a whole, like, what, at least 1 inch of ribbon. Let's see, give it a try. Got to try and use up as much as we can. If not, that's okay. Right, that doesn't work. Let's get our tool and see if we can poke it off. Oh, I don't know about you. Are you the type? Oh, yeah, I'm not poking that off. Okay. I try and use as much as I can. So I'm just going to cut that off. And if I cut that in half, there we go. We can one on each half, one there, one there. Let's do the same thing for these. One there, doop, and doop. This one I'm just going to cut in half and loop and loop. Look, so that's what I'm going to do. Oh, that's going to be great. So let's take that down. Let's get a little bit of Scotch tape. Again, loop these guys around. I'm going to put that out a little bit. And just tape it down. Again, oops. Splay them out a little bit. Oh, that end I didn't like. It's got a little bit of a fuzz on the end. There we go. Okay. Oh, you know what? I guess I'm too picky on my ribbon. Huh? Are you picky on your ribbon? I'm picky on my ribbon. And again, looping that around, just add some... Who says you have to have only this one ribbon on a card? Let's just add a whole bunch. Oh, that little yellow one isn't glued down, so let's just make sure. Okay, we have our ribbon on there. I'm going to add some dimensionals to that. Give it some height. Okay. I went to a class and some lady called these like little elevator glue. And I thought that was such a cute saying, elevator glue. So we're going to put on our elevator glue. There we go. Got our dimensionals on. Let's bring back in our card and it will be almost finished. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Like I could put it off to the side here, but because my ribbon is so wide, I'm actually just going to stick it right in the middle. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. It is so cute. Liz, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. All right, we can add some little embellishments on there. What have we got? A little bit of yellow. Can we add this somewhere else? Just put it right there. And a little bit. Should we put it over here? Let's put it over here. You know what? Again, we can step up this card. Oh, Wink of Stella. Okay. Now, when you're doing Wink of Stella, remember carefully touching. Not like painting it. You're just kind of touching it a little bit. Because you don't want to mess up any of the ink. Oh my gosh, that looks fantastic. That looks fantastic. What do you think? I love that card. I love the set. I'm a big believer on using what you have. That is what actually Dice Night is all about, is using what you have. Don't forget to check out, did you get the paper pumpkin? I am going down the rabbit hole with paper pumpkin. So I wanted to show you the difference. Hey, I just realized these are two different colors. Oh, that's okay. That still works. So anyways, this is the original card. And this is today's card. Now, if you want to, oh, you know what? Envelopes. Envelopes. We forgot our envelopes. Whew. Let's actually get our envelopes and do some stamping with the envelopes. Okay? So let's get that before, since we got things going, let's add some color. I'm going to do it in Flirty Flamingo. Why not? And I'm going to place it right, oop, can you see? Can you see? I'm going to place it just right here. Why not? There we go. Why not? Decorate your envelope. So I'm a big believer of using what you have. Make sure you follow for the next upcoming dice night. Any activities and challenges that I have sometimes pull up. I am introducing a new class called Fusion. Something else. Fusion Challenge or something like that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Don't forget to like and follow for some ideas. If you have any questions, northernstamper@gmail.com. So hold on, ladies. I want to say a proper goodbye. I don't want to just leave you hanging there on the cards. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Anyways, thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed that card, give me a like, a thumbs up, a comment. Oh, you know what? I love it. Anyways, have a great day, and I will see you at Stamp Camp on Friday. Take care.